What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Elijah. Go ahead and click that thumbs up button right now just because you think I'm cute. And let's just jump into the video because we've got a lot to do. Okay, so I went to the beauty store today and I got my supplies and I'm going to tell you guys what I got. My entire price was under $35. So today we're making a synthetic wig and we're going to dye it blue and we're going to do our little touches and things to it, and I'm gonna walk you guys through it. This is gonna be a super beginner friendly video. I'm gonna try my best to keep it super beginner friendly, but no promises. Actually, a lot of promises. This is gonna be super beginner friendly, I promise. Let's jump into what I got. So I just went to my local beauty supply store and I got this synthetic, so it says human hair style mix, meaning it's a nicer version than it's nicer synthetic hair. Like, it's like a mix of a little bit of human hair, but mostly synthetic hair. It's blonde. There's a hand-tied part closure. The closure's not too big. It looks like she has it like on the middle part. So I guess you can, I don't know, move it to, I should probably like just move the wig over it, honestly. But it's blonde and it's 14, 16, 18 inches. See, the back says elevate it to the texture of 100% human hair, so we'll see after how that feels. And then you'll need your mesh dome wig cap. So my last wig I made, I just bought like the cheapest one I could find. It was like $1. And I didn't really like how that, like, it was like really thin. And gluing the tracks on, and that's why my wig head is black and stuff now. Cause like the glue seeped through the wig cap. So just be careful when you buy your wig cap that you buy a thicker one. This Kiss color, it's sapphire, it's like a blue. I'm gonna watercolor the hair and I'll show you guys that process also. Level 7 T222, if that means anything. I hope this hair is going to take this color well, because I tried to watercolor another blonde wig of mine, but it was store-bought, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but it really didn't really take the color. It did like a little bit at the ends, so I'm hoping this takes this color a lot better. And then also I got some needle and thread. So this needle is a bent needle. I'm gonna show you guys. So this needle is bent, so it's easier to like sew into with the wig cap on the head. And that's gonna come in handy with our frontal, or our closure that we have. And then I also bought some hair glue, but I seem to have lost it, so that's awesome. I did actually leave this in my car, but finally you'll need some hair bonding glue, and this is, you can get like, it's like $1 at the front of any beauty supply store. So, and also you'll need a hair blow dryer. Well, I guess you don't like technically need the blow dryer if you want to like let your stuff dry slow, but who wants to do that? And you can find a cheap hair blow dryer at a beauty supply store, or like Walmart even, for like $10, or CVS, anywhere. And you don't need a really nice expensive one. Yeah, so that's all you need. So let's jump into the process. Your mesh dome cap. And okay, so again, make sure this is a stretch cap and a mesh dome cap. You want to make sure it's a mesh so you can sew into it. Also, don't open it crazily like I'm doing it, because you may rip your thing, but I don't care. Yes, this is nice and thick. You have your nice mesh wig dome cap. This is what it looks like on Hunty. Yeah, so like, I like to line my wig head up with my cap. It also has the two lines on it, similar to the wig head. Also, I got my wig head at the beauty supply store. And if you're a member, it's like half off or something. And you just give them your phone number to be a member. It's not that big. And yeah, so we're going to line our wig cap up with the lines on the dome. And it doesn't matter like what side you want to use at the front, you know, you can pick whatever. So here's our closure, and so this hair is, what is this hair? Wavy? Sassy wavy? Yeah, we're definitely not keeping these. I mean, like, it's a cute wave, but like, it's not for me, sweetie. So I didn't mention this before, but you're also gonna need some pins. You don't need like a whole bunch, but you can just get like also another pack at the beauty supply store. And you're going to pin her And I'm just going all around the ends. And trying not to get the hair in the pins. Just going around the edges, getting her in as tight and down and flat as we can. So it's really easy when we're sewing her. So you want to take the pins and see how I went around the edge of the closure and just pinned them all into place as tightly. I pulled the lace so there's no like lifts in between each pin. You want them to be nice and tight so when you sew it down, it's all super nice and flat on the front of your head. Boom, boom. You can see I just moved the pins a lot closer to the hair. So there's more space to work with when we're sewing. So now what I'm gonna do is take my needle and thread. So from here, we are just going to start sewing onto the wig cap. And so, okay, let me tell you this before we start. I'm going to be doing this, I'm gonna speed this up obviously, but when you're sewing, you're gonna wanna sew, so I'm going through the thread. I'm starting right at the edge of this, the top of here. And I'm going through the thread, and you see how there's this thick band here at the end? You don't want to sew through the elastic. You want to, you can pull off just the fabric on top of the band. That's where you want to sew through. Yeah, so not the thick thing. So make sure you're sewing through just that fabric. You're gonna pull it in and out. Yep, and you're just gonna do that all the way around the whole end. So I'm just gonna do that now. Making sure that everything is staying nice and tight, right? And it's just that simple. So I'm gonna do the whole rest of this off camera really quickly, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now we are done. We have sewed all the way through the closure. You can see, I mean, it doesn't matter. Also, like the sewing pattern, like it doesn't matter if it's clean, because you're not gonna see any of that. You can see my thread all the way around. That's all that is, honey. Just cut this off and tie the knots. We don't need no bitches clocking us or any of that nonsense. I wish my stand would like to stand up properly. Okay. And then you're gonna want to take out your pins. All right, so now you're gonna want to take off your wig cap from your wig dome and turn it inside out, like so. So the hair is on the inside of the head now. And grab your scissors. See this kind of circle pocket, or semicircle or semi-oval we've kind of created with the needle and thread. We're gonna go on the inside of the lace front here. So that's right here, kind of this pocket we've made. We're gonna go in with our scissors and cut the black out. So all of that is completely gone. It's okay if there's like, I mean, a little bit, you know, still there. You don't have to get super close to the edge or anything. However, you're not gonna wanna do what I just did and cut the thread. So now you're gonna go back and sew that down, Jesus. Be careful that you don't cut your thread like I just did, but it's an easy fix. I'm just gonna go in with my needle and thread. Mistakes happen to everyone, and they're bound to happen to you. They also happen when we don't pay attention. All right. From here, we can start with our bundles. My 18 inches, and I'm going to align her. So the shapes that we're going to be making is kind of like a U for the sides of the closure all the way to the back. We're going to be making smiley U's, kind of semicircles. This up to this side and then up to this side, just like so. Let's see if you guys can see that. I'm just measuring that there. And then I'm going to cut off as much as I needed. Double checking that just one more time. I'll use the thing it came with to glue onto. This out flat, and then I'll put the track onto there, so it looks like this, onto the thing that I got. And then I just glue that. So when you're, the top of your track should have glue all across, just like this. And we're going from this end, carefully placing all the way to the other end. And we're gonna hold that there for just a second. And then with my blow dryer on cool, I'm going to dry that. And so there it is, our first track we have set onto our wig. And then, so basically that's the way you do the entire bottom half. I'm gonna come back in probably halfway, when I get like halfway here, so I can show you guys what I do when I get to the top, because it's a little bit different. But I do that for a while, so I'm going to go into a time lapse and do that so I can listen to some music, or I'll probably watch some TV or something while I'm doing that, because it's kind of time consuming. It'll probably take me like, I don't know, 30 minutes to get the bottom half of this done. So I'm going to do that now, and you guys can watch. Alright guys, so I have just finished putting on my tracks around the bottom portion of the head, leaving out the crown, so like basically this top section, if you guys can see here. And I'm going to show you guys how I fill in this section. So basically what I want to do, so you see we went around all the head down here. What we're going to do up here is basically go straight across rather than going around. So I'm going to be gluing the tracks on horizontally across, so we can feel as much of this space in here as we can. And I'm going to be doing that with my smallest section. So I started off with my 18, and then these are all 16s, and then this will be the 12, or the 14, I mean. So I'm going to put the 14 up here. So let me show you guys what I mean. So I'm taking this, and I'm going to go to the smallest part of the head and go straight across. And that's what I'm going to glue right there. And then I'm going to do the same thing above that, the same thing above that, the same thing above that. Just so you guys can see, versus like we've been doing the U shape, now we are going horizontally across. So I'm going to go back into a time lapse, and then I will be right back to show you guys the finished, well, not the finished look, but the finished track placements of the top. Alrighty friends, so this is the finished look of the wig, well, the finished look of the blonde with the blonde in it so far. Going to brush her because I just want her to be a little bit more poofy so the hair can go all the way through. But I feel like after we style it, color it and style it, it may look a little better. Now I am in my kitchen. I've got my water boiling right now on the stove. I've got my blue hair dye. I've got my bowl that I'm going to be mixing with. I'm actually gonna lay down just so I can not get anything on the counter. Okay. So my water is now starting to steam, as you can see. It's boiling. Let me grab and then you're gonna want to grab something that you can dunk Use the end of this. So I'm going to now pour my water into the bowl. I'm gonna start boiling another pot just in case. I'm going to stir it up. So you should get a nice constant. Sorry, I'm trying to do too much. Put a little bit more in there. It smells pretty good. Stir her up, honey. Like a witch. All right, and then we are just gonna dunk her in. I'm definitely gonna need some more water, but we're just gonna dunk her in. Wow. Wait, and I hope, it looks like she's taking the color already, so. Yeah, put this. The color for sure, as you can see. We want her to soak in this. Okay guys, so I'm in my bathroom right now and I am not taking the lid off. I am about to right now. It's been a couple of hours. Well, it's been like probably, it's been like an hour and a half, maybe, probably 2 hours. It's probably been like 2 hours. The bowl is still hot. Like I can still feel like it being hot water in here. So also I was watching some videos about people watercoloring their hair, and a lot of people have been using fabric dye now instead of hair dye, which makes more sense because synthetic hair is fabric, blah, blah, blah. So that may be, I don't know, this may be an L, but we'll see. Okay, I mean, it's definitely like blue, I guess. Okay, guys, so first off, look at my freaking fingers and hands and fingernails. They're blue as heck. And look at this. I mean, I don't hate it. Like, it's not gross, but it is not blue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go buy some fabric dye, because this is not the color that I wanted. Although it's a pretty color, it's not the color that I wanted. So what I'm about to do now is I'm going to blow dry it really quick off camera, come back, show you guys how that looks. I'll straighten it and then I'll re-dye it. But yeah, this is it. Ugh, I'm kind of pissed, but I'm gonna blow dry her off camera really quick and be right back. All right, you guys, so after a long day of crazy hair, blue hands, and all that jazz, this is where we are so far. So still not blue hair like we wanted, but we do have nice, pretty straight platinum blonde hair with beautiful blue streaks at the top. So what I just did was I just got back from Target. Rit Denim Blue. And then this is just the color stay to help the color stay in the hair or whatever. Hopefully this works, because since this is synthetic hair, I'm hoping that it being, you know, like fabric, I'm hoping that the blue will stay this time. So I'm gonna go and do the exact same process I just did with the last blue, but with this. So I'm gonna go, I have my boiling pot of water downstairs. And we're gonna go do the same thing, and I'll be right back, and we're gonna see if the blue stayed. All right, fam, this is the finished look. After I put that denim blue in my hair, I was not feeling how that looked. It looked like I had an actual pair of jeans sitting on top of my head. So I went to Hobby Lobby, got a deeper sapphire blue to put in, curled my hair, plucked the part and the hairline, added some baby hairs, and this is the finished look. I am super pleased with all of this. I think the color looks really nice. I was going for a deeper blue, but I'm really pleased with this color. It's super pretty. If you guys liked this and you want me to go into more details about the baby hairs or plucking or anything, let me know below. Other than that, this is the finished look and I'm super pleased. I hope you guys like it. Please follow me on all my social medias, guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me a huge thumbs up if you like this video. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I love you so much. And until next time, peace out.